Welcome back to the sanctuary of whatever you need, the digital haven where we do not simply consume entertainment, we dissect the emotional gravity that binds us to the stars we love. We are not here for the fleeting headlines or the surface-level gossip. We are here to explore the human condition through the lens of the icons who have captured our hearts. Today, we are embarking on a journey that is as terrifying as it is beautiful. We are going to visualize a moment that has haunted the dreams of thousands, the inevitable, electrically charged reunion of Halil İbrahim Ceyhan and Sıla Türkoğlu. Before we step into this room thick with memory and possibility, I need you to solidify your place in our community. Press that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a deep dive like this. And for those of you who want to support storytelling that honors the soul rather than hunting for clicks, I implore you to click the join button. Your membership allows us to craft these narratives. Now, take a deep breath with me. Let us open the door to the reunion. Imagine the scene. It does not matter if the backdrop is the ambient noise of a crowded cafe in Istanbul, the rustling leaves of a secluded park, or a studio hallway that holds the ghosts of their shared past. The location is secondary, the atmosphere is the protagonist. The air in this imaginary space is heavy, thick with the kind of static electricity that precedes a summer storm. We begin with Halil. How does a man prepare for a moment that could rewrite his internal history? We can visualize him in the moments before the encounter. He has likely rehearsed this script 1,000 times in the silence of his own mind. Every possible greeting, every potential deflection, every smile has been simulated. He might be standing before a mirror, adjusting a collar that is already perfect, trying to smooth out the invisible wrinkles of his anxiety. He is likely projecting a facade of absolute calm, the stoic exterior we know so well, but inside, the architecture of his composure is trembling. Memories are not polite guests, they do not knock. They barge in. As he waits, fragments of the past parade through his consciousness, the echo of a laugh shared years ago, the shadow of a misunderstanding, the warmth of a partnership that defined an era. But his greatest fear is not the past, it is the present. He knows that the Sila he remembers is gone, replaced by the woman she has become. The uncertainty of who walks through that door is a physical weight on his chest. And then, we must shift our lens to the other side of this emotional equation. What is transpiring in the mind of Sıla Türkoğlu as the seconds tick down? Is she navigating the same turbulent waters of anxiety? It is almost certain. There is a profound depth to the way she processes emotion, a capacity to feel the entire spectrum of human experience. She, too, has likely spent sleepless nights deconstructing the narrative of their separation, analyzing the whys and the what-ifs until they lost their meaning. When the realization hits her, I am going to see him. Her physical reaction is visceral. A knot tightens in her stomach, a flutter of butterflies rises not from love, necessarily, but from the sheer adrenaline of the unknown. How has she prepared for this battle? Sila is likely dressed with a deliberate, calculated intention. Fashion, in moments like these, is armor. She might have chosen an outfit that screams confidence, a visual signal that she is untouchable and thriving. Or perhaps, she has opted for something disarmingly casual, a subtle power move designed to suggest that this reunion is merely a blip on her radar, an attempt to hide the vulnerability pulsing beneath her skin. She might catch her reflection in a shop window, practicing a smile that is polite but guarded, a smile that says, "I am fine," without revealing, "I miss who we were." She is bracing herself for impact, protecting her heart from the potential sharp edge of indifference, while simultaneously nurturing a tiny, dangerous spark of hope that the connection remains. Let's pause here for a moment, whatever you need, family. We have all faced a reunion that scared us, an ex-partner, an old friend, a past life. The anxiety of the first look is universal. I want to know your hearts. If you were in Sila's shoes, would you dress to impress, or would you dress to show indifference? Tell me how you handle these high-stakes moments in the comments below. And if you are feeling the tension of this story, please hit the like button to let us know you are with us. Now we arrive at the singularity. The climax. The precise microsecond where their eyes meet. If this were a film, the sound would drop out. The world stops spinning. Halil sees her. What is the first piece of data his brain processes? Is it the familiar curve of her smile? Is it the light in her eyes? Or is it a new shadow, a guardedness he doesn't recognize? His initial reaction is likely a physiological shock, the jarring reality of seeing a memory become flesh and blood. There she is, tangible, real, breathing the same air. He will try to maintain his gentlemanly composure, perhaps offering a nod or a tight smile, but the eyes never lie. His gaze will likely betray a torrent of emotion, a mixture of relief that she is well, and a pang of sorrow for the time that has been stolen from them. And she sees him. What floods Sila's heart in that instant? It might be a wave of relief, realizing that he is just a man, not the monster or the angel her memory constructed. Or it might be a sudden, sharp ache of nostalgia, a recognition of the eyes that once looked at her with such adoration. She might struggle to keep that practiced smile in place. The eyes are the traitor of the soul. Hers might shimmer with unshed tears or widen with a sudden intake of breath. This first impression is the foundation upon which the rest of the interaction will be built. The distance between them, physical and emotional, is measured in this silence. Do they lean in? Do they stand their ground? The air between them is heavy with everything that has been left unsaid. Then comes the minefield of the first spoken words. How does one break a silence that has lasted for eons? Halil, often the one to take the lead, might opt for safety. A simple, Sila, it's good to see you. It is safe, it is polite, but it is loaded with subtext. The key here is his tone. Is it professional? Is it tender? He is testing the waters, careful not to step on a landmine of old hurts. He observes her like a hawk, looking for a softening of her shoulders, an uncrossing of arms. If she radiates warmth, he will step closer. If she remains ice, he will respect the boundary. And her response? This is the counter-move. Her voice might tremble, just for a fraction of a second, before finding its strength. Halil. It has been a long time. It is a factual statement, but the delivery defines the relationship. If she adds, I'm fine, and you, she is offering a bridge. She is inviting a conversation rather than a transaction. The dynamic of this dialogue is a delicate dance. Are there pauses? Do they interrupt each other? An awkward silence screams of unresolved tension, while a contemplative silence suggests that two souls are simply trying to synchronize their rhythms again. Body language becomes the only language that matters. Halil, does he cross his arms, a classic sign of self-defense, or does he keep his hands open, signaling receptivity? Does he lean forward, drawn in by her gravity? Every shift in weight is a sentence. If there is physical contact, a handshake that lingers too long, a tentative hug, the voltage of that touch tells the real story. A quick, formal touch says, we are strangers now. A lingering warmth says, I still know you. And the smile, is it the polite mask of a colleague, or does it reach the eyes, crinkling the corners in that way that only genuine joy can produce? As they stand there, the ghosts of the past are the third person in the conversation. Halil looks at her and sees a montage. A road trip, a shared coffee, a moment of vulnerability on set. These memories give the moment its weight. If their history was turbulent, the shadows of arguments will flicker in his mind. The challenge for him is to acknowledge the history, without being drowned by it. Does he joke about the past to lighten the mood, or does he avoid it entirely to keep the peace? Sila, too, is fighting her own flashbacks. She sees the man before her, but she also remembers the boy he was. She remembers why they drifted, the pain of the fracture. The way she handles these intrusive thoughts determines the future. If she looks at him with acceptance rather than resentment, it signals growth. If they can stand in the wreckage of the past and speak with maturity, they have achieved something rare. So where does this leave them? A reunion is rarely a fairy tale ending, nor is it a tragedy. It is usually a quiet realization. Halil might look at her and say, "Time has been good to you." It is an acknowledgement that they have both evolved. Sila might nod, accepting that the man in front of her is not the man she left, but someone new. The million-dollar question hangs in the air: is there a path forward? If the spark, that undeniable, cosmic chemistry, is still dormant in the ashes, the conversation might end with a promise. Let's get coffee. Let's talk properly. Or perhaps they realize that their story has ended, and this meeting is simply the epilogue they needed to finally close the book with grace. The reunion of Halil İbrahim Ceyhan and Sıla Türkoğlu is more than just gossip. It is a study in human emotion, resilience, and the complexity of the heart. We have walked through the anxiety, the silence, the gaze, and the words. It is a moment of profound vulnerability. If this analysis resonated with your own experiences of love and loss, please share this video. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and hit join to support the channel that digs deeper than the rest. Until next time, remember that sometimes, the eyes speak louder than the voice. Whatever you need, we are here.